This is the 4th video in the mower series, so I made a playlist that I'll link up here that is just all of the videos in a series. So if you don't know what's going on with the mower, I don't want to just recap it every time in the beginning. You can just go back and watch them. But I want this to be the last like boring video in the series. Basically, I haven't been running the mower because it's been apart. I've been working on it, but I want to kind of include this as part of the whole series. But I think by the end of this video, I want the mower to be going fast. So I don't care how it's working. It could be blowing smokes. It blasted out so much smoke still like it is, but I want it to be going fast. So that's the goal for this video. I don't actually think that's gonna be super hard. The last step for making this thing fast is the pulley on the transmission. I'm gonna take this plate off and then I'm pretty sure I can just get into that pulley. Oh, she's right there. So this is a giant pulley. That one I'm just gonna replace with something much, much smaller and we'll see what happens. It's just this little clip here. Oh, this is about to fall. Oh, there she is. So that's the stock pulley right there. And this is the stock belt. If I change this pulley, I'm gonna have to change the length of the belt. And I found an old forum on the internet that says for every inch you take off the diameter of this, multiply that times 1.57 and then subtract that from the belt. So I think I'm either gonna try a 3-inch or a 2-inch on here. And the difference would mean that I need either an 87-inch belt. I think what I'm gonna try first is a 3-inch pulley and an 87-inch belt. So let's head over to the tractor store and see if we can find anything. All right, so we're heading to Agri Supply right now. I've got a rough idea of the plan in my head. So we're gonna need a new pulley, new belt, and then just kind of hope that the idler mechanism is still in line enough to work. So first let's see if they've got that stuff available at the store anyway. They did have belts, but they didn't have the pulley that I needed. I'm gonna just order that stuff. So it's not gonna happen today, but I'm gonna go back home, figure out what I wanna order that, and then we can start building. I also ordered a new spark plug. If you saw in the last video, the spark plug was disgusting. And I also ordered the bolts that hold the cowl on the engine. It's missing those bolts, and I've had the cowl kind of flop off while I went over bumps before, and so especially with it being faster, I'm definitely gonna hit some bumps, so we're gonna have to get that fixed. All right, it's been a couple days. I think I'm wearing almost exactly the same outfit, so that'll help with continuity. I ordered a pulley and I ordered a belt. They're supposed to get here today. Actually, the belt won't. The pulley will be here today, so I'm working right now. Once I get done with that, hopefully the pulley will be in, because I honestly just guessed a size that'll work. So I'm hoping that pulley will fit on the shaft. All right, so it's raining and we got a metal roof, so hopefully this audio is fine. But I've got some parts here. Oh, that is a tiny, tiny pulley. Oh my gosh, this is smaller than I thought it would be. I mean, I knew it would be small, but that's so small. And we got a new spark plug. This is the cheapest spark plug I've ever bought. I really should clean this. This is disgusting, but I'm not gonna. I don't even know if this is the right size. It's close. Well, I just lost that little key. There it is. Ah! Stop! So instead of just forcing that, I'm gonna clean the input shaft up a little bit so I don't have to deal with smashing my thumb anymore. I started recording myself cleaning off the shaft and I decided I'm not gonna put it in the video. Hey, some grease on there. So my retainer clip is not gonna fit with this the way that it is, because it's too tall. So what I'm gonna do is, if this ends up being the size that I like, I'm just gonna shave this down a little bit, and then instead of using, it comes with the little Allen set screw for the keyway there, but instead I'm just gonna use the little key that is it's already on the shaft. But yeah, I'll just shave that down if it ends up working so that I can put my little retainer clip on there. For now, I think that'll work fine. So I was just on the mower trying to figure out how the actual belt was gonna run. Since that pulley in the back is so much smaller, the belt's gonna kind of run in a different path. So I was just trying to figure out if that path was gonna work. And what I noticed was a lot of oil. I spilled a lot of oil when I was trying to fix that drain. So I'm really, really hoping it's from that. Really hoping it was from that. And there's a chance that it is, or that it was. There's also a chance it's coming from the main seal, which would be very irritating, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. I'm about to replace the spark plug, and then I'm gonna just start the mower and see kind of how it's running. Old nasty plug, brand new plug. This thing has a lot of problems. This mower kind of is starting to feel like whack-a-mole with the oil problem. I just let it warm up. I had it running for maybe like 5-6 minutes, so it should have been pretty warm. I'm gonna see what kind of oil we're getting coming out. It kind of seems like that main seal is just still an issue, which it would make sense if there's some kind of nick or something on that seal surface that ruined the first seal, that it would just immediately ruin the second. So I probably should have cleaned that up better anyway. Lesson learned, I guess. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna leave it how it is with the oil for now. On Friday, the belt is supposed to come in, and I have the new Cowl bolts that haven't come in yet. So on Friday or Saturday or whenever, I'm gonna put all those parts on, and I really wanna get the thing driving again. And I wanna see if that belt even works with that size, because otherwise I'm gonna have to go up with it to a different pulley. And then change the belt size anyway. So there's a lot of factors coming into this. As of now, the mower is running. It may or may not be leaking oil just as bad as it was before. That's all I really could say for today. So I'll see you guys on a later date. I got some goodies. These are the bolts for the Cowl, according to the internet. Hopefully they're the right ones. And that's a belt. This is an 86-inch belt. So this Cowl bolt, which is one of these that I got to replace it, goes through under this actual cowl. You can see it goes through the oil fill tube. So when this bolt falls off, not only does this cowl come off, and you can see some of this damage here from the flywheel, because the cowl hits the flywheel, it's really bad. But then the oil fill tube comes out, it's a whole mess. So I just ordered these, hopefully they'll work. I'm about to put them in now. And all the Cowl bolts that are in here right now, so these two, and then these little flathead ones back here, are just bolts that I found that had the right threads. So these are actually the right size. I'm so excited to see if these fit. I think I spent $20 on these. They were like $3 a bolt. I had to pay shipping, so it ended up being like 20 bucks, which is more than I want to spend on screws, but having it fly off one time on the trail out here, I realized that it's important. Okay, so these are almost perfect, but there's still this gap here. And instead of trying to find the exact right bolt, I'm just going to 3D print little spacers for that. I think that would work fine. So I'm gonna do that later, but these will work, basically. Honestly, what I'm more excited about is trying to see if this belt fits on. So one of the challenges with putting a different belt on is the original run of the belt has to be, the belt runs at a different angle, because it used to be coming from out here and going straight up, and now it's coming from here and going straight up. So I don't know how well the clutch mechanism is gonna work with this smaller pulley. So I'm just gonna try and put the belt on and see what happens. This is it. Looks like it's gonna work. All right, let's see what happens when I press this. I actually think I ran it wrong. This thing is in the way, and there is a bolt to get it off, but it's really hard to get to, so. All right, now we've got a new issue where this new belt is tighter than it should be, basically. I think we're gonna have to go at least another inch up in size, which does suck, but I think we might be able to test this. Before that though, I'm gonna fill the tires with air because they are all pretty flat. So the concept here is that I can start it, and since the belt is always tensioned, it'll be spinning the wheels. So it'll spin off this, and then I'll just rock forward, and it'll hopefully slide down this 2x4, and then I'll just take off. Let's get it. I'm not sure how much it matters, but I just noticed that this valve is on backwards. Shot in the dark, I guess. So I know this matters. I just busted up that valve. So I'm just gonna put a straight through connection in. I know why the mower wasn't running. Ain't got no gas in it.
Ain't got no gas in it.
That's so stupid. I can't believe it was out of gas and that was the problem. Because I broke this thing and I was like, how come it's not pouring gas out of it? Because it's out of gas. I'm putting a new run on. Okay, well now that we've replaced that fuel line and gotten rid of the valve for literally no reason, we can put some gas in it. This gas is also super old, just causing problems for no reason. That was insane. It blasted out so much smoke. I wheelied it. I guess the only thing to do is try it again. I'm gonna put the camera on my helmet and see if we can get that to happen again. This thing is gonna be insane. Once it starts working how I want it to work, oh, All right, the goal is gonna just be to get this started. The thing is, right now, the way it's set up, I can't stop it without turning it off. And I can't start it without doing this. Okay. I think that's enough to start it. Definitely faster. We're only in fourth. Oh! Oh, I can't stop it. It's so scary. How do I turn around? Oh, I got into a lower gear. Oh, I put it in neutral. It's blowing out so much oil still. Oh, this thing is insane! It's just straight up burning oil. Oh, and things like belt. Oh, that was a waste of money on that little belt, but that's all right. I don't have any brakes. Just put it in neutral and just hope it stops. Actually, no, I don't have any brakes. Holy crap. I can't believe how insane that just was. This gear ratio is like exciting. How fast it's going is kind of perfect. And I think that the lower gears are still low enough that I could do like some wood stuff, but I need to get a bigger pulley. That being so tight and not having any brakes or clutch is a little not good. And I need to get the cowl secured down, which is just like 3 tiny spacers that I could 3D print, or 4 tiny spacers I could 3D print, so that's easy. And then I just gotta get that belt figured out, but it's working. And I told you guys at the beginning of this video that I did not want it to be another super boring video, and I think we delivered on that. That was hilarious. So stay tuned, guys. Subscribe if you like what I'm doing. Like the video if you like what I'm doing. Dislike it, whatever. I like to get the genuine feedback. I'm having a lot of fun doing this, so stay tuned, keep watching if you're liking it, and I will see you guys in the next video.